rain begins before you reach the cabin, tapping gently against the windshield as the narrow road curves deeper into the pine forest. Your headlights catch silver drops drifting through the air. You drive slowly now. There is no reason to hurry. The world behind you feels farther away with every turn, as though the forest is quietly closing around the road. At last, a small amber light appears between the trees. There it is, a wooden cabin tucked beneath the pines, with a steep roof, a stone chimney, and two glowing windows facing the road. A porch wraps around the front, and beside the door, a lantern casts a soft circle of light across the wet wooden boards. You park near the steps and turn off the engine. For a moment, you stay exactly where you are. The rain fills the silence. It patters over the roof of the car, trails down the windows, and gathers in tiny rivers along the glass. You take a slow breath and feel your shoulders loosen. No noise except the weather and the forest. You step outside, pull your coat close, and walk toward the porch. The cool rain brushes your hair. Your shoes make quiet sounds against the damp path. When you reach the steps, the lantern flickers in the breeze, welcoming you into its golden light. The key turns easily, the door opens with a low wooden creak, and warm air meets you at once. Inside, the cabin smells faintly of cedar, clean blankets, and smoke from an old fireplace. A lamp glows on a table near the window. Thick rugs cover the wooden floor, and a deep sofa waits beside the stone hearth. Neatly stacked firewood rests in a woven basket, ready for the evening. You close the door behind you. The sound of the rain becomes softer now, muffled by timber walls and glass. It taps against the windows in a steady rhythm, calm and unhurried. You hang your damp coat on a hook, set your bag by the stairs, and slip off your shoes. The floor feels warm beneath your socks. You take in the little details around you. Old books line a narrow shelf. A knitted blanket is folded across the sofa. Everything here feels soft, quiet, and made for rest. You kneel beside the fireplace and place a few pieces of wood inside. A match flares gently in your hand. Soon, a small flame catches, then another. The fire begins to crackle, sending warm light across the room. Shadows move lazily over the walls while the rain continues beyond the windows. You stand and listen. Rain on the roof, fire in the hearth, wind moving through the trees. Each sound settles around you like another blanket. In the little kitchen, you fill a kettle with water and set it on the stove. While it warms, you open a cupboard and find a jar of honey, a box of chamomile tea, and a plate of small butter cookies. You choose your favorite mug, the heavy one with the smooth handle, and place a tea bag inside. The kettle begins to whisper. You pour the water slowly and watch pale steam curl into the air. A spoonful of honey melts into the tea, turning in soft golden circles. You carry the mug and the cookies back to the sofa. Then you sit. The cushions sink gently beneath you. You unfold the knitted blanket and pull it across your lap. The warmth of the mug spreads through your hands. Outside, rain traces quiet paths down the window, blurring the forest into dark green and silver. You take a sip. Warmth moves through you from the inside out. The fire crackles softly, and the cabin grows even cozier as evening deepens. You can hear the occasional roll of distant thunder, low and gentle, hidden somewhere behind the hills. It does not feel frightening here. It feels far away, like the sky murmuring softly in its sleep. You choose an old book from the shelf and read a few quiet lines before your eyes drift toward the window. There is nothing you need to finish tonight. For a while, you simply watch the rain. The porch lantern glows through the mist. Pine branches sway in the dark. The entire forest seems to breathe slowly, and you begin to breathe the same way. In slowly and out. Again. In slowly and out. Your jaw relaxes. Your hands grow still around the mug. The thoughts that followed you along the road begin to fade, one by one, until they are only distant shapes beyond the rain. You are here now, warm, safe, unhurried. The holds the quiet for you, so you do not have to hold anything at all. The fire settles into a gentle glow. You place the empty mug on the table and draw the blanket a little higher. Your eyelids feel heavier, but the bed upstairs is still waiting, tucked beneath the sloping roof. Soon, you will climb the wooden stairs, change into something soft, and listen to the storm from beneath thick blankets. But not yet. For now, you stay beside the fire, surrounded by amber light, while the rain whispers against the cabin and the whole dark forest keeps watch outside. After a while, the fire burns lower and the room settles into a deeper hush. The rain moves steadily across the roof, soft as fingertips, then heavier when the wind presses against the cabin. You fold the blanket and place it neatly on the sofa. The wooden stairs glow faintly in the firelight. You pick up your bag and climb one quiet step at a time, each board creaking gently beneath your feet. At the top is a small bedroom beneath the sloping roof. A wide bed rests between two windows, beneath a thick comforter and soft pillows. A quilt lies folded at the foot, and a small lamp warms the wooden walls while rain taps against the glass. You set your bag down and walk to the nearest window. Outside, the forest is dark. The porch lantern makes the falling rain sparkle, while the pines fade into mist. A flash behind the clouds is followed by distant thunder. You pull the curtain halfway closed, leaving just enough space to see the storm. You change into something warm, wash your face, brush your teeth, and move through the simple routine without rushing. There is nowhere else to be. When you return to the bedroom, you switch off the overhead light and leave only the bedside lamp glowing. Amber light rests across the pillows, quilt, and wooden floor. You turn back the comforter. The sheets underneath are cool and smooth. You climb into bed and sink into the mattress, while the pillows gather softly around you. You pull up the comforter, then add the quilt for another layer of warmth. For a moment you listen without moving. Rain on the glass, rain across the roof, a crackle from the fire downstairs, the distant sigh of wind through the pines. The cabin seems to breathe with you. You take a long, quiet breath in and let it go. Your body has carried enough for one day. The road is behind you, the doors are locked, and the lights are low. Everything that matters tonight is already here. Warmth, shelter, stillness, and time. You reach toward the lamp but pause before turning it off. A small book with a faded cloth cover rests on the bedside table. You open it and read a page about forests, distant villages, and travellers finding their way home. But the rain is telling its own story now. It speaks in soft patterns against the window. Your eyes lose their place, so you close the book and rest it beside the lamp. The light clicks off. Darkness fills the room, but it is not complete. A faint silver glow slips through the curtains, outlining the windows and the edge of the quilt. You settle deeper beneath the covers. The pillow feels cool against your cheek. Your breathing slows, and with every exhale, another part of you releases. Your forehead smooths, your jaw loosens, your shoulders sink, your hands rest open and still. Your legs grow pleasantly heavy beneath the blankets. Nothing needs to be solved tonight. No conversation needs to be replayed. No plan needs to be perfected. morning will arrive when it is ready, pale and quiet through the rain-washed trees, with mist over the porch and coffee beside the fireplace. But that belongs to tomorrow. Tonight belongs only to rest. A deeper roll of thunder travels across the mountains. The sound is distant and comforting. A few seconds later, rain sweeps more heavily over the roof, wrapping the cabin in a cocoon of sound. You imagine the storm washing the dark forest. Inside, you remain dry and warm beneath the sloping roof. The fire downstairs gives one final crackle, then quiet again. Your thoughts soften around the edges and drift past like mist between the pines before disappearing into the night. You do not chase them. You return to the rain, soft against the window, steady across the roof, gentle in the distance. You breathe in slowly, as though drawing in the warmth of the cabin. You breathe out, letting the day leave you. Again, a slow breath in, and a softer breath out. The bed feels warmer. The darkness feels deeper. Even the storm sounds farther away, though the rain continues its endless rhythm above you. Your eyelids are heavy. Your body is still. Your breathing is quiet. You are safe here. You are allowed to rest here. You are allowed to let everything go until morning. The cabin will keep watch. The pine trees will stand beyond the windows. The rain will continue whispering across the roof, filling every quiet space so your mind does not have to. As sleep comes closer, you picture the porch lantern glowing below and the wet road disappearing into the forest. There is nowhere you need to go, nothing you need to do. Only this soft bed, this warm cabin, this rainy night. You take one final easy breath and sink a little deeper into the pillow. Outside, the rain begins again exactly as it did when you first arrived, and the cabin waits quietly in the dark, warm, peaceful, and ready to welcome you home.